Whether it's your first or 21st session, becoming a Game Master can be a daunting experience. But it doesn't have to be. Being a Game Master can be, in fact, very rewarding. However, it's not without its challenges along the way. Hi, my name is Vincent, and throughout my game mastering journey, I've come to realize that you never quite know how your next game or session will turn out. From having many sessions where my players left the table having a blast, to some, well, let's just say not so good ones. But from these experiences, I learned 5 crucial things that I wish I knew well before stepping into the role of a Game Master, which would have made it much easier from the start. So, here are 5 things I wish I learned before becoming a Game Master. From planning and creating a living world to memorizing a stack of rules to referee the game by, preparation is an essential part of being a Game Master. It is the time and place to let your imagination run wild, from creating quirky characters and strange locations to intricate plot lines full of intrigue and mystery, all for your players to explore. Developing an NPC or a location in detail can become very tiresome and time-consuming, because most of the time your players won't even discover the full depth of the location or NPC that you've created because they're too busy, for the most part, trying to decide on what sword to buy next, as your players only need to know the basic or key points about everything around them and everything they interact with, leaving you enough room to improvise and fill in the gaps when necessary, saving you a bunch of time during the preparation phase to focus on the more important things. Now, as the GM, you shape how the living world and everything in it responds to your players' actions. But there's a twist. It's your players who get to decide how they interact with the world you put in front of them. And it's impossible to know what kind of mischief they'll get up to in the process. Dear GM, we're about to do something really crazy. Sincerely, your players. Oh, fuck. What was supposed to be a simple quest to kill the troll in the dungeon ends up with the players instead convincing the troll to work for them, enlisting it under their rule. Hence, 9 out of 10 times, your players will divert from the path you had originally planned for them to somewhere new and sometimes unexpected. This is where improvisation and the help of adequately prepared notes comes in handy to help guide the players throughout the new path that they have carved. Your role as a Game Master is to provide a cool and fun experience through creative storytelling and immersive gameplay. However, you will encounter moments when conflicts arise or rules are pushed to their limits, and a decision must be made then and there. For example, you might choose to bend a rule to let a certain player have their shining moment, or settle a dispute with a specific ruling during a tense combat encounter. No matter the situation, it's up to you to make the final call to preserve the game's balance and overall fairness for everyone at the table. And if you make the wrong decision, don't beat yourself up. Just do what you think is best and keep the game moving. Now, even if you read through all your notes and campaign books from front to back, sometimes, in the heat of the moment, you might forget a key piece of information, leaving your players confused, or misinterpret a rule that would have prevented a player character's death. When things like this happen, best to take a deep breath and remain calm. Pause the game for a moment and inform your players that a mistake has been made. Then, do your best to correct it. After all, we're not perfect and we do make mistakes. It happens to us all. Even really good Game Masters slip up from time to time. What I've learned from countless mistakes as a Game Master myself is to try and see them as a lesson and an opportunity to learn. And I encourage you to do the same, to find that learning experience from every mistake and to become better along the way. Now that you've gotten your characters, locations, and monsters all written out in detail, with the tension slowly beginning to build as you wait nervously to see what your players are going to do, there is one final piece of advice that will help you as much as it helped me get you through it all, turning what would seem to be a stressful moment into more of a memorable one. And that is to ultimately have fun. Having fun is the core essential of being a game master. As your role is to use your imagination to provide a fictional landscape for your players to explore, you're also part storyteller, part voice actor,
This is my normal voice.
part referee, and most importantly, all human, not robot. But in the end, it's just you hanging out with your friends playing some good old-fashioned tabletop RPGs. And all you can do is embrace the chaos with a smile. And there you have it, 5 things to know before stepping into the role of a Game Master. I hope this video helps you in your own game mastering journey. And if you have any GM tips or advice, share it in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe to support the channel and see more content like this. Until then, catch you later.